Can you talk a little bit about your background, and then let's jump into what the certificate's about?
Yeah, definitely. So I've been involved in the collective giving space for more than a decade now, helping help start Philanthropy Together, which is the organization behind the certificate. We are a global field catalyst for collective and collaborative giving, and we don't do any direct funding, but we do everything else. We do convenings and trainings and awareness building and support for this growing movement. And I've always been so just fascinated by the magic that can happen when people come together to tackle a challenge as opposed to doing it alone. And when you're talking about donors and funders, it's the same. You're braver, you're smarter, you take more risk, you learn more, you're in community, you have a sense of belonging when you give together. And I just think this certificate can be a wonderful way for philanthropic advisors to understand the power and the potential that they can then offer to their donors.
So for the wealth advisors or the philanthropic advisors, like, why should they take the certificate, and how can this directly apply to the clients that they're serving?
Great question. So I think in today's day and age, the challenges the world is facing are so complex, and advisors know that. They're facing donors every day who want to make a difference, who want to have not just a one-year impact timeline, but they actually want to make systemic change. And for advisors to truly be able to work with their donors at that capacity, they have to know about collective and collaborative giving vehicles. And so this certificate is a perfect crash course to understand the vehicle, the model, the methodology, what to look for, what to look out for, so that they can really bring that to their donors, so that their donors in turn can have the most impact that they desire.
And what if they're working with a client or a donor and say they're stuck, right? And they're thinking about, how do I bring this conversation up with the client? And then how do we move forward? And as an advisor, especially for the wealth advisors, this is not their expertise. What do they do?
100%. So part of our certificate is we've mapped out different donor personas and how collective and collaborative giving vehicles can help advance their work, depending on what kind of donor that you have. If you have a donor who, let's say, is new to an issue area, a collaborative fund can be a great way to dive right into the deep end of learning without having to come up with their own strategy. If you have a donor who's on an equity journey, a collaborative fund and working directly with leaders on the ground can be a great way to build those relationships. So I think we'll unpack that a lot in the certificate to make sure that advisors are able to meet those challenges with their donors.
Great. Thank you, Isis.